This is a message from the Alaska Division of Emergency Services. This alert affects residents and travelers within the Denali Borough region, including areas near Denali National Park and Preserve. As of 7:30 p.m. local time, authorities have confirmed a series of missing persons reports in the region surrounding Mount McKinley. 4 individuals, all hikers, have failed to return from separate, unrelated excursions in the Kantishna, Wonder Lake, and Toklat River areas. Search and rescue operations are underway. However, no GPS signals or distress beacons have been activated by the missing parties. Several backcountry rangers have reported unusual animal tracks, and in one case, signs of struggle near a campsite. Wildlife officials are currently investigating, out of an abundance of caution. Avoid traveling into undeveloped wilderness outside marked trails. Do not travel alone. Campfires are temporarily prohibited in backcountry zones. Report any strange sounds, behavior, or sightings to park authorities. At this time, there is no public threat, but residents and tourists are urged to remain cautious and report all suspicious activity. The next scheduled update will occur at 11 p.m. local time, or sooner if conditions change. This has been a broadcast from the Alaska Division of Emergency Services. This is an emergency alert issued by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Alaska Division of Emergency Services. This message is for residents across the entire state of Alaska. Emergency services are investigating a series of violent incidents and unexplained disappearances occurring in and around Denali National Park and neighboring regions. Multiple small communities, including Healy, Cantwell, and remote settlements in the Yukon-Kayak census area, have reported complete loss of contact with local authorities. Witness statements described unknown figures entering homes and campsites shortly before the victims are never seen again. If you are located in a rural area or near wilderness regions, stay indoors and do not approach unknown individuals. Close blinds or curtains and remain away from windows. Do not investigate any screams.
We begin tonight with new information regarding the disturbance reported near the base of Mount McKinley. What was initially described as a localized psychological panic has now escalated, affecting dozens of nearby communities. Unconfirmed reports suggest that individuals exposed to a specific visual trigger are experiencing intense psychotic breaks, fleeing into the wilderness or harming themselves and others. Several online forums have started referring to the phenomenon as the pale stalker. That was not part of our, Excuse me. Authorities have declined to comment on the source of the image, but an anonymous group identifying themselves as the Secure Containment of Destructive Properties, or SCDP, has claimed responsibility for the footage broadcast earlier today. In a now-deleted post, the group stated simply, "This was for testing purposes." While officials have dismissed the group as a hoax, others fear this could mark the beginning of a larger. Hold on. What is that sound? I'm being told we need to evacuate. We're experiencing a breach. This is not a
This is an emergency action notification. This message is being broadcast at the request of the Alaska State Government and the United States Emergency Management Authority. A civil danger warning is in effect for the following regions: Denali Borough, Matanuska Borough, Anchorage Municipality, and surrounding areas. At approximately 6:47 p.m. local time, An entity of unknown origin breached a live broadcast studio in Anchorage during a scheduled news report. The attack occurred during coverage of an earlier incident near Mount McKinley. The entity is described as a tall, emaciated humanoid with no visible facial features aside from an exaggerated mouth. It is extremely hostile and capable of moving at speeds exceeding 70 miles per hour when provoked. It has been determined that viewing a specific image, resembling the entity's face, is directly linked to severe psychological distress and subsequent physical targeting by the entity. Do not view any footage, screenshots, or images related to the incident. Do not share or repost clips from the interrupted news broadcast. All online video content from Channel 14 should be considered dangerous. This is not a test. This is an emergency national broadcast. Effective immediately, all residents of the continental United States are under a nationwide state of emergency. This message is issued by the United States Department of Defense in coordination with the Office of Emergency Management and the Centers for Disease Control. Repeat, this is a nationwide emergency. An anomalous visual agent is actively spreading via television broadcasts, live streams, social media, and physical photographs. Exposure to this image, typically showing a pale, eyeless humanoid face, results in a 100% mortality rate. Once the image has been viewed, even for a fraction of a second, the viewer becomes an active target. No known method of defense or containment has been proven effective. There are currently no known survivors following confirmed exposure. Repeat, if you see the face, you will die. All citizens are advised to take the following immediate actions. Turn off all televisions, monitors, and digital devices immediately. Avoid all forms of visual media until further notice. Do not investigate screams, crashes, or rapid movement. Shelter in place. Do not open doors for any reason. Cover reflective surfaces. Avoid windows and mirrors. Do not trust any online posts claiming to cure or protect from the image. This is not a hoax.
Good evening. We're interrupting regular programming once again to bring you updates on what authorities are now calling a cognitohazardous outbreak, affecting much of the eastern seaboard and beyond. The Department of Homeland Security has issued a Class Omega alert, the first of its kind. A viral image is believed to be the source of hundreds, possibly thousands, of unexplained fatalities across the country. In response, an unknown agency calling itself the SCP, or Secure Containment of Destructive Phenomena, has assumed partial control of national emergency networks. We have not been able to verify who or what they are. I've just received confirmation. The image has now appeared on multiple news station broadcasts, including this one just 15 minutes ago. Several staff here at WSBX have evacuated. Others are unaccounted for. A leaked SCP file, posted briefly on darknet servers before being taken down, claims this being is humanoid, approximately 2.4 meters tall, with extreme facial deformity. The file ends with one sentence in red text. Do not look. Do not record. Do not speak its number. We're hearing something from the lower floors. Possibly construction. There's been intermittent noise for the past hour. We've been advised not to leave this room. And, okay, we're going to continue with the footage we've obtained of the anomalies occurrence now. Oh God, it's here.
This is an emergency message from the United States government. This will be the final alert issued regarding the hostile entity previously described in earlier broadcasts. The creature, tall, pale, emaciated, and extremely violent when observed, remains active. It is responsible for the deaths of hundreds in less than 24 hours. All known photographs, video recordings, and visual references have been scrubbed or purged, but further exposure is inevitable. Attempts to capture, contain, or neutralize the subject have all resulted in failure. Engagement protocols have been suspended. Task forces deployed to neutralize the entity have been eliminated with no effect on its behavioral patterns. The entity appears to be able to detect when it has been seen, even in digital fragments, and will begin pursuit regardless of distance, borders, or barriers. There is no known defense. No one has survived a direct sighting. We have failed to stop it. All citizens are advised to avoid eye contact with unknown humanoid entities. Destroy all unverified video footage or photographs. Avoid live streams and social platforms distributing unexplained visual anomalies. If you believe you have seen the entity, even briefly, isolate yourself. Say your goodbyes. Do not run. There is nowhere it will not follow. You are now living in a world where this being exists. It cannot be reasoned with. It cannot be stopped. It does not sleep. It does not forgive. God help us all.